Hello and welcome to another video. Today, we'll look at top 10 Korean thriller films that you must watch. The list is very subjective and is in no order of favorites, but if you watch these films, you can probably get into most conversations involving Korean thrillers. I try to include films by different directors and diversify the list. Before we begin, please subscribe and like the video. Number 1. Oldboy. Oldboy by Park Chan-wook is not just a must-see thriller, but one of the best Korean films of all time. The film received grand prize at Cannes Film Festival. The thriller involves a man suddenly abducted one day and imprisoned for 15 years. After 15 years of eating only dumplings and watching TV, he is deliberately freed and is encouraged to track down the sadist who locked him up. From then on, it's a journey of battles that will take him to the ultimate inconvenient truth. It delivers one of the most shocking twists. It can even make you a little sick. Number 2. The Host. The Host was directed by now one of the most well-known directors in the world, Bong Joon-ho. The Host was a film that was acclaimed from both the audience and the critics. The fact that a monster appears in a public space in the middle of the day instead of a dark, gloomy setting was a refreshing take on the genre. The monster appears in the middle of Seoul City at Han River. People enjoying the weekend panic. The monster takes few people with him. The government takes no appropriate measures to track and take down the monster. Instead, they only take preventive measures to the river. Furious, a family whose daughter the monster took takes the matter into their own hands and tries to track down and kill the monster themselves. Number 3. The Chaser. The Chaser by Na Hong-jin is a dark thriller involving a serial killer. The film's motif was an actual serial killer case that is very famous in Korea. It was Na Hong-jin's debut film, and he has since made The Yellow Sea and The Wailing, which are equally dark, well-made thrillers. Jung-ho, who is a former cop, now runs a brothel. But his girls keep on going missing. He finds out that the person who just called was the last person who called the missing girls. And of course, Mi-jin goes missing as well. Looking for Mi-jin, Jung-ho accidentally runs into Young-min and knows that he's the guy he's going after. He chases and catches him, and to Jung-ho's surprise, Young-min confesses that he's a serial killer, but with no proof, he just gets released. Jung-ho, who just won his girls back, chases after him. Number 4. I Saw the Devil. The film poses the question, who is the real devil? The movie's synopsis is very simple. A serial killer kills a woman. Unfortunately for him, she was the fiancée of an agent who works for the National Intelligence Service. The agent decides to punish the killer himself, torturing and beating him up every time the killer tries to commit a new crime. In the film, never-ending, revengeful, and cruel manner in which the agent punishes the killer, and the killer's persistent urge to commit a new crime without any regret, are the natures of the two men who can both be the devil. Number 5. Bedevilled. Bedevilled's Korean title, when translated word for word, is the full account of Kim Bong-nam murder case. The film involves a female character, Kim Bong-nam, who lives on an island where she is neglected and treated like a slave. Kim Bong-nam's childhood friend visits the island and witnesses all the abuse Bong-nam's getting. But the people on the island are all on the same side, the opposite side of Bong-nam. One day, she grabs a sickle, and the Kim Bong-nam murder case begins. The film is a very charming and a cute slaughter movie with gore. Number 6. The Terror Live. The Terror Live is a thriller film that is like no other. Most of the film takes place in a building, in a TV station to be exact. A former primetime newscaster, Yoon Young-hwa, is now just a radio broadcaster. On Live, he receives a call who threatens to blow up a bridge. When he decides to just ignore the call as a prank, Mapo Bridge actually blows up. Seeing this as a chance to regain his position and power, he decides to livecast the call with the terrorist. The film is successful in maintaining tension throughout the movie, with just the conflicts Yoon Young-hwa has with the terrorist, his superior, and the counterterrorism agent. Number 7. Happy End. Happy End is not so common Korean romance thriller. 1999 film was both commercially successful and critically acclaimed, not something Korean love affair film was able to achieve both before and after. A successful businesswoman, Trebora, is having an affair with her ex-boyfriend, although she still values her husband and daughter. The husband finds out about the affair, but pretends that he doesn't know. The ex-boyfriend's obsession over Trebora is growing. What the three of them think as happy ending for the love affair is all different. Number 8. Missing. Missing's title is very straightforward. A woman's daughter goes missing one day. After divorce, Jisun has to support her daughter by herself. Luckily, she has a babysitter, Hanmei, who takes very good care of her daughter. One day, upon coming home from work, she finds both her daughter and the babysitter missing. She tries all means to find her daughter, and in doing so, she learns that everything she knew about the babysitter was a lie. Number 9. Blood Rain. Blood Rain takes place in 19th century Korea, Joseon. A supply ship burns, and the investigator Won-gyu is sent to the island. When he arrives in the village, a murder takes place. When the rumor that the spirits of a wrongfully executed family 7 years ago are behind the murder and the blood rain, people in the village are disturbed. More murders take place, and Won-gyu has no idea of how they happen. He gets even more confused when he finds out that he himself may have something to do with these murders. Number 10. Last but not least, Burning. The film by Lee Chang-dong is full of symbols and metaphors that many critics and audiences worldwide has tried to crack meaning at it. Some of the motifs include rage, youth, mystery, art, and the movie itself. I suggest you watch the film and try to interpret it yourself first before reading any of the reviews. Here's what the film is actually about. Jong-soo, a young man with part-time job, runs into a childhood friend Hemi. She asks Jong-soo to look after her cat while she goes to a trip to Africa. She returns with a rich guy named Ben. Ben and Hemi come to Jong-soo's house one day. Ben reveals his secretive hobby, which eventually makes Jong-soo doubt Ben. So that's my list for top 10 Korean thriller films. If you liked the video, please subscribe and click the bell to watch my next videos. Also, leave in the comment what your best Korean thriller is.